Hi everyone, this is Meenakshi Ramesh from tapyourwaytohealing.com. Today is day 4 in the 21 days to letting go video series. Today's topic is letting go of eating junk food. This was again a request from someone to make a video on this topic. So before I start tapping, I will share David R. Hawkins' quote once again from his book Letting Go. Letting go involves being aware of a feeling, letting it come up, staying with it, and letting it run its course without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. I want to read it again. Letting go involves being aware of a feeling, letting it come up, staying with it, and letting it run its course without wanting to make it different or do anything about it. David R. Hawkins. This quote is very relevant to today's topic because whenever we have a food craving or in this case, for example, craving for junk food, we eat the food and later we kind of regret or have feelings of resentment about it or feel guilty as to why I ate that food. The topic, the essence of this quote is very relevant to EFT tapping as well, because in tapping, when we begin to tap, we are not trying to make anything go away. We are actually giving ourselves permission to feel whatever we are feeling in a safe manner. So when the author talks about let it run its course, we have to give ourselves permission to for the issue, whatever we are working on, to take its course. Only then it gets resolved automatically. But using a tool like tapping can help to accelerate the process of healing and resolving. And also it reduces the emotional blocks that keep us stuck, and it leads us to a shift in mindset or perspective, and that's where tapping helps in intervening the process that we are intervening the process and the issue that we are trying to resolve. All right, so let me begin tapping. I don't want to go talk on and on. I want to try to keep today's video as short as possible. Okay, again, we are celebrating April is Autism Awareness Month, honoring all the individuals on the autism spectrum across the globe and their wonderful parents and caregivers. Just honoring all of them and honoring their journey today. Okay, let's start tapping. Even though I'm unable to let go of eating junk food, I deeply and completely love, honor, and accept myself. Even though I'm not sure why I crave junk food. Maybe I'm bored. Maybe I'm stressed. Or maybe I just love to eat junk food. My palate and my taste buds crave for these foods. Whatever be it, I choose to love and accept myself, and I send a lot of love, compassion, and kindness to this part of me that is craving junk food. Go to the eyebrow. All this need to eat junk food. I really have a hard time letting go of eating junk food. I give in to my cravings every time, and later I regret, feel guilty, or resent myself for giving in to my cravings? What if, by beginning to acknowledge that I crave for these foods, and by noticing the emotion or the underlying trigger and stress behind this craving, I begin to have self-awareness, and that is the first step to making a change in my eating style. I also give myself permission to eat these junk foods when I feel like eating them in the beginning. As I tap and release the stuck energy, and as I continue to acknowledge that I have a hard time letting go of these junk foods, I begin to discharge the emotional intensity on the craving itself. And before I know, I may be able to make simple changes in my eating style and the choice of foods. I also choose to notice the little wins that I have in this journey. It is not like an all or no proposition. There may be days that I am able to avoid eating junk foods, and I choose to make a note of those days. And there are days that I'm unable to avoid, and just noticing and being aware, consciously noticing and being aware, helps me release this craving. And the more aware I become, the easier it is going to be for me to unhook from this pattern of eating. I choose to love and accept myself, whether I eat these junk foods or I completely avoid them. As I accept and take responsibility for the choices I make, it becomes a lot easier for me to make these changes. Giving myself permission to let go of eating junk foods one day at a time. As I notice the little wins and the little gains that I make in this journey, I also acknowledge that the very human part of me is full of flaws and foibles, and it's okay if I give in to my cravings on certain days. Peace. Stop tapping, take a deep breath. So whatever I've shared in this video, all of us know at a conscious level, but food, when it comes to food choices, it is very unconscious, and sometimes we if we don't realize that, we are just like eating, like, that's why I said, if you're bored, if you're stressed, or if you're eating if you're eating during a certain time of the day. So all those are like, good things to notice, so that we don't be very hard on ourselves. We notice the pattern, and we notice the times that we seek these foods, and that begins to, that can help us to make the change that we want to make. And tapping, of course, tapping, I cannot stress it enough, because that is what helps you to move the energy and build momentum to get you to wherever you want to go. All right, so that's all in today's video. Thank you for your tapping requests. I look forward to receiving more requests from all of you. If you want to stay anonymous, you can send me a private message in Messenger with a tapping request, or you can email me, you can email me with your tapping request, and I'll be happy to make a video for you. So that's all for today. I'll see you all again tomorrow with another video. Bye. Take good care.